This is our last song, so if you want to move, please do. so, so polite. Hey guys, if you want to open up a pit, like, that's cool. You can if you want. Raspberry hibiscus. Friends and family of Kardavox Academy, Mark here, and today we're doing something different. We're doing something a little weird, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about it. So, Nico, the guitarist in the band that I am a part of, Kardashev, also the guitarist in the project that we did, Neverbreath, he recently found a bunch of old footage. And he found our first show. And mind you, for me, this wasn't just Kardashev's first show. This was my first show. This was my first show I'd ever played. Anyway, today we're going to do me reacting to me during my first show. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I've definitely grown a lot, so let's not at me. But if anything, this is going to be a good example of some beginner mistakes that we, make on stage. So, let's get to it. All right, so I opened this, and it was like crazy loud because it's cell phone audio. So we are going to take this in. I'll open it, mess with the volume, and then we'll start. So, this was at the Underground in here in Arizona. Super small venue, but super fun. You can see me right there in the front. Oh, I've got my leg up vocalist stance. Here we go. So this is in a song we have called Displacement, and this is when I was still really struggling with my low vocals. There's this long low vocal that I do here. Let's see how this goes. I mean, we're going like 10 years ago. Oh man, okay. That wasn't so bad. I don't know why I had to yell out across the crowd right before the breakdown. Stereotypical frontman stuff. Ugh. You can hear that I was doing a guttural on an vowel, which is really interesting because it's a little bit closed and there's a lot of occlusion there, so you have to push extra hard. Strange way to do a guttural when you're first starting. Your tongue is kind of blocking up your airway. Also, like, if you're gonna like belt scream like that before a section, like, make sure you do it right, because you can kind of hear some of my true voice coming through there, and I imagine that scream was painful. Let's keep going. I remember this guy. Oh, this was so cool. He was standing right in the front screaming the lyrics, and I was like, how do you know these? Oh man, this guy made me so happy. I'm so off time. I think that's Logan, my buddy Logan, coming through. Okay, so a couple things here. You can definitely hear that I'm rushing my syllables, and if you listen, you can tell it's because I'm running out of air. And I'm so focused on getting all the lyrics in that I just shotgun or machine gun the end of it, and not like in a cool machine gun vocal way, in like compensating for lack of airflow. The tone is not bad, but you can definitely tell I did not know what I was doing breath management wise. This was in my phase where I thought metal screams were just go loud and hard. Let's. Y'all hear that? First of all, the coordinated headbanging. Oh, like there's nothing wrong with coordinated headbanging. It can look super cool. Like I feel like the first time I ever saw that, it was Whitechapel. I remember practicing that. We were all like, okay, guys, at this part of the song, like we're gonna do the coordinated headbang. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna take the scene by storm, right? But listen to the difference in my highs. This is what'll happen if you're in a live setting and you're pushing your in any way. If you're pushing your voice too hard, screaming out of your throat, you're gonna notice that you'll get a lot of true chord sound under your high vocals. You'll go from here to because the muscles that you're using to coordinate everything are getting tired and they're trying to tap out. They're like, yo, please stop, right? So if you listen to the high before, there's a little pause, and then after, you can kind of hear this come through. Check it out. Hear how much my voice is coming through on that, and you hear how quickly I'm crapping out. Yeah, this is back when I didn't really know how to connect my breath support to my scream. You know, from being in choir and such, I had enough knowledge for me to really I should have been able to do that here. I was probably just hyped, but also I was really unpracticed. You can hear it there. That scream, like, it was a cool outro, but there was so much there was so much squeeze, extra squeeze around my glottis that I didn't need. Straight for the water because my throat was probably on fire from those last screams. You know, I'm proud of myself for giving it my best, but certainly at the end, I think this might have been the last song we played, but certainly at the end you could tell that was rough. All right, let's check out another video. If these are crappy, we'll skip through them, but we'll check each of them out together and see how this goes. So next one. Okay, this is a slightly different angle. Check out our drummer back there. Dude was so buff. That was the original drummer in the band, James, and he was so into just like lifting and fitness and everything. And then you have my chubby self in the front. You know what? But you know, that's okay. It's okay. Everybody's beautiful, right? Damn, he's looking chiseled back there. All right, let's hear what goes on here. That can be a really big habit to accentuate syllables, and you gotta not do this. I learned this the hard way. So if you watch this, I might have to touch up the footage, but if you watch this, I'm holding the mic, right? And I'm doing syllables, boom, 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 and I'm tucking my chin to my chest, right? If you do that, you're gonna risk smushing everything in your throat. And you need a lot of room for these, for your false chords, your arytenoid cartilages, all of these things, even your epiglottis to a degree. You need a lot of room for that to happen, and kind of crunching on those syllables is not good. Check it out. So obviously, if you don't know the song, you wouldn't catch this, but there was I don't normally rest there on that beat, and you can hear like these highs are ridiculously unhealthy. I don't remember, but I wouldn't be surprised if the whole next day I had lost my voice. I'm placing them properly as far as where in my, like, in the proper register. Right? However, the distortion is all coming from my vocal folds being smushed together and me just trying to make that sound gritty because I've crapped out at this point. So now you know. You can hear it on the lows as well. I'm going, "Urgh!" That's how my lows are coming out. It might be kind of masked here because it's a cell phone video from like 10 years ago, but my lows are energy, good, right? And you don't want to do that at all. I will say though, you know, trying to give myself some credit, I'm taking the breaks that I need, right? There are some sections here where I'm taking a rest that's not in the song, or I'm switching the vocal style. If you have to do that, just do it. Like if you're on stage and you're like, oh man, I've messed up, I got to push through every ounce of this song. Like, no, like you literally don't owe anybody that. Like if you need to put the mic down and skip a line just to let yourself reset, do it. Who cares? Anybody who cares isn't worth it. Like, take care of yourself if you need to in the moment. Back before we had in-ears and none of us like were really good at like keeping on, like counting the beat, keeping on time in our heads during open and ambient sections. Thanks, James. Appreciate you.
Every one of you. This is our last song, so if you want to move, please do.
This is our last song, so if you want to move, please do. So polite. Hey guys, if you want to open up a pit, like that's cool. You can if you want. All right, so that's enough of that video. Let's check out the next one. This is the outro. This is what happened right after. I was like, if you guys want to move, you can. If not, that's okay. Whatever. Right. So this is the outro of that song. This is tier 3 from our demo. From our demo. Back in the day. Whoops. Did y'all hear that? Oopsies. Listen, I know it looks cool. I agree it looks cool, but if you don't, if like myself in this footage, you don't have a good handle on your breath support, don't lean over like this, and really don't lean over like this much. This is gonna sound kind of silly, but if you're gonna do like the lean down while you're doing metal vocals, do it kind of like you're deadlifting, right? Keep your back straight. Don't just like squat and curl. Keep your back straight. lower yourself, keep your butt kind of out. This like arch in my back here, that's causing me some problems for sure. And you can hear that these high vocals, they're not, yeah, no, you're way too great ourselves. It's not what I'm doing. I'm going, and now we're way too great ourselves. Right, and too much of that's gonna tire you out. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, it's just what it is. So much support. Whoever screamed that out at the end. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So there were only 3 clips that we salvaged. Looks like somebody from the crowd had recorded that and sent it to us. But hopefully this was entertaining for y'all to watch. It was certainly a throwback for me. You can definitely hear fatigue. So if you're gonna get into like doing metal vocals, here's the thing. Don't be afraid to have a bad show. Like really just don't. It's totally fine. We all have to kind of get uncomfortable and get out of our zone and figure it out. And you know, every once in a while we still had a bad show, right? And it's not like after this we eventually got to this place where all of our shows were perfect. We would have a good show and then we'd have a rough one, you know? The only thing is that with your voice, you only have one, right? So it's okay if the guitarist pops a string. One thing I didn't do, I'm remembering this now, I did not warm up before this show, and I did not get a good night's sleep the night before. So that's probably a large part of the reason why my voice was dropping out, right? My distortion was falling out, and I was replacing it with like this weird noise that you could kind of hear in the background there. And also, I was definitely not thinking about I wasn't thinking about my voice as my whole body. I was thinking about my voice as just the sound, the crunching, the bending over, the like weird arched back stuff. I wasn't ready for that. But I think, you know, fun times. I think I did an okay job for a first show. I think that it's good that I kept practicing. Anyways, we'll get back to our normal content, watching songs and performances that are worth checking out soon. But thank you for suffering through that with me. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. As always, if you like the content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We do have a Patreon. Feel free to check it out. And I do give one-on-one lessons so that if you make those kinds of mistakes, we can get rid of those as fast as possible for you. So we eliminate that. Anyways, many thanks. Much love. I'm out.